Okay, so today I'm going to be coaching a silver duelist, I believe. At least that's what we see here. So I've been talking to him about his sensitivity. He asked me some questions. If you guys have questions about anything, join my Discord. If you want coaching, you can also find that in my Discord. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and join the voice chat and we can get started. Hello?
Yo.
Yo, what's up? So how are you?
I'm pretty good. What about you?
I'm pretty good.
Yep.
Let me
Nice.
fix your volume real quick. Okay.
Oh yeah, my mic might be a bit loud. I don't know.
No, it's good.
Alright.
So how's your sense going?
What's up?
How's your sense going? Have you like played with it at all or anything? Kept it the same?
So yesterday, before going to bed, I played a bunch of games yesterday actually. And the last one didn't go super well, so I just like chilled. I just went and did like the shooting range thing for a while.
Okay. But you kept your sense still?
Right now I'm on the one I DM'd you is 335.
Okay. That's good.
That's
So, yeah.
what you want me to screen share?
Yeah, you can go ahead. So
So-
that's what we're talking about is like finding a sense between those two sensitivities.
Yeah.
Um
Because you were telling me to try 325,
yeah.
and the tracking felt a bit
Slow.
I don't know. Like right now, it still feels slow, as you can see. I kind of like I don't know. It's like I don't know how to explain. Like you can see it's still a bit
Move
slow.
forward and back when you do it as well.
Yeah. Like it's still like really not perfect.
It's not that bad. I mean, I'm not perfect when I do it. Like, you can't have it entirely perfect. It's very hard to get perfect. Your tracking
Yeah.
looks pretty decent, in my opinion. I mean, could
When
it be
I
better?
when I go
Sure.
to the when I go to the right like this, I feel like it's harder. I don't know.
Okay.
But I was playing on this for a while, this, and this feels like the tracking feels better on this.
Yeah.
I think
This
you
is
can
what
see it.
Yeah.
I think you can see that it looks like easier for me on the tracking.
This is what we want to
and-
do though. Is keep it like around this and maybe tweak it just a little bit from here. But I think
'Cause this
playing.
is-
Oh wait, you swapped it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, this is like easier to track for me.
Okay.
And like I wouldn't say my aim is that bad on this. It's just that I overflick sometimes. I think it's not.
Yeah.
It's not that I overflick. It's like, so maybe like for example, right now I'll overflick, and then I'll try to like compensate, so I'll underflick the next one.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yes. So,
Like, it's
do
not-
you think it's bad enough for you to not want to play on the sense?
To be honest, I like this sense. The only thing I don't like is like in game when someone is like super far and he's like moving around, I'll be like struggling to tap him.
Okay. I mean, you can keep the sense then, of course.
Because this is what I used to play on, like I said, but I had like a much bigger mouse pad, and like this from like far away was like perfect for me. I could.
Yeah, and that's
Hit
why I'm telling
everyone.
you. That's why I'm telling you something in between the two. But if you really like the high sense, you can keep it. But
I mean, do you consider this high?
that's relatively high, yeah. Not super high. It's just like it's medium high,
that's-
I would say.
Yeah, it's like 300 DPI, I think.
300 EDPI.
EDPI, yes, sorry.
Wait, 0.37 at 800, 375.
Yeah, I think that's like exactly 300.
Yeah, that's not even that high, really. I mean, it's getting there, but I mean, yeah, if it's it's not even about being high or not. It's just about if it's like if you're over flicking or under flicking is what's important. And if you're consistently doing that, then
I mean, like right now,
like you know it better than I do.
yeah, like that's perfect. That's an underflick.
The important thing here is to pick a
over.
sense and then stop changing. Like stop change. You can like tweak it just slightly, but stop changing it from the small one to the big one, because
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna make it harder for you to aim.
Yeah, I mean,
over time.
right now, what's like, this feels like this right now feels better to like move around, and like to entry with Jett, I can just like easily move my cursor,
Yeah.
my crosshair. Um, but I feel like I perform better with lower sense.
Okay.
Like just in I'm talking like KDA right now. Like I feel like I do get more kills, and I do like tap people way more with lower sense. And like I'm constantly on the fucking what's it called? Are you recording right now?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, can I swear?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so I'm constantly on the Valorant setting pro settings or whatever,
Mhm.
and I play a lot of duelists. Duelists. I'm French, by the way. I'm
Yeah, I like
French
your
Canadian.
accent.
Thank you.
Um.
So yeah, I like for example like I think that Baby Bay is like an amazing player, and he plays Jett on like I, I think he has like 180 EDPI or something. It's like super low.
Mhm.
So like I
So
don't know how he does it because like when I watch his stream, he like entries like doing 360s and
you
shit.
might have a bigger mouse pad, but one thing I want that made me think of is this is also something that a lot of people do that I don't think is necessarily good. Like it's okay to look up to people and you can like even look at their sense, but
Mm-hmm.
don't try to like steal what their sense is. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but
Yeah.
you really want to feel what's good for you because like there's a lot of variables that go into your sense.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
I know.
yeah,
Like mouse weight, mouse pad,
yeah,
arm,
arm length,
arm
arm
length,
wrist, how
mouse
you hold
grip.
your mouse, yeah, like all this
Yeah.
stuff. And like you're probably not doing all this stuff the same as Baby Bay. So I mean, yeah, you might like lower
Yeah.
sense, but don't copy his sense just because he's good and you like him.
No, I know I wouldn't like copy his sense. It's just that it's crazy to me that he has like a lower sense than like 0.28 what I was playing on, and he can just do what he does. Same thing for EA.
Yeah,
Like they're both like duelist players, and when you like watch their streams, they like entry on site super quick. They basically like look like prod, you know, like
yeah. It's just a
but
lot of.
they're on like
I mean, yeah, they're
much
pros.
lower.
They're
Yeah,
nuts.
I know. Yeah, and like I think I like if I could get the higher sense going, like if I could be precise with this, I think I'd love it because I watch a lot of NRG Sum and
Hmm.
Prod, and they're both use. I think Prod's on 0.5 800 DPI, and I think Sum's on 0.44. So they're both like that. That's a pretty high sense, I would say. Like
Yeah.
0.5
So
is starting to get high.
to me, it feels like you're kind of like contradicted right now. Like you don't know what to pick.
Yeah, because I mean, if I could be as precise as with higher sense than with a lower sense, I would probably just pick higher sense, just because it feels like nicer to play.
And how do you feel about the sense that I gave you, like the one in the middle? Do you not like it as much?
Um, I mean,
No, no.
it's
You did 0.335, right? Yeah.
yeah, because this is what you gave me,
Better.
and then
It's better
you
for
told me to
tracking.
like you
Yeah, go
told me
up
to
and down
like
from
tweak
it.
it,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's still like I said, it still kind of feels slow for
Okay. I mean,
tracking.
you could still go up more. Like you can go 0.345. Because if you're considering sticking to 0.375 or whatever anyway, I mean, you might actually find a really nice sense between those two numbers.
Yeah,
But it sounds like to me you're contradicted between high or low sense, which is a
yeah, I
problem.
am.
Because if you're swapping, that's hurting you more than
Yeah.
either sense alone will.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know if you like uh, I don't know if you like I've seen this the PSA method.
it's like where
The
you
I
gotta
mean they like they tell I mean I think it works. It's kind of like the tenz method where
yeah
you do like
swap
a
your
full
three values.
you do like a full 360,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and then they give you a high sense, a low sense, and a mid sense, and you kind of like decide which one you like best, and then they give you another one and then another one until like they give you like two senses that are super close to each other, and then you kind of like know like like what's the average. of your
Yeah.
the sense that you want, you know.
Yeah.
So that's how I found the 0.28 sense. But I feel like right now like I said,
It's a little low. You feel
yeah,
like it's hard for you to entry, and it's a little
yeah,
slow. But it's good for longer ranges.
like for example, I was on ice blocks. I can do like kind of the scenario here. You know, on rafters on A side,
Yeah.
there was someone hell, right? Like under me. I
Mm-hmm.
was on rafters. Someone was hell, and I didn't know where he was. So I had to like jump
Swipe,
peek,
yeah.
like this, and I just fucked myself because like my sense was too low.
I mean, I feel like that might. You can also do that in a different way. Like you could clear the left and then swipe to the right, or clear the right and then swipe to the left instead of like trying to do it all at once.
Yeah.
That might help with that specific scenario. But I mean, what do you think? What do you think your solution is here? Because you've posed like a lot of like why you like all these sensitivities, but what do you want? Like what are you leaning toward?
I think I prefer a mid to high sense.
So like like 0.375, like that one, or
I mean,
the one
yeah,
between
something. I think an in between of 335 and 375 would be my.
okay.
Because right now, yeah, I feel like I'm struggling a bit with the tracking here.
Okay, we can
Like-
raise it to 0.345 if you want.
We can try 0.345. And like I said, it feels really I think I've told you this before, but it feels super like inconsistent.
How
like
so?
like right now, let's say I'm using 345, and like today I'm like hitting clean shots with it and everything. Then the next day it just won't feel the same. I don't know. It's weird.
How long do you warm up for? I probably already asked you this, but can't remember.
So sometimes I don't even warm up because I'm doing like 9-hour shifts. So when I come home, I want to play. You know, I just chill with friends and like unrated and shit. So sometimes I won't even warm up, but when I do, I just do the I think I downloaded on AimLab the Ethos warm up.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah, I know. It doesn't matter what exactly you do. It's just like how long do you. But so if you don't
the Ethos warm up is about 15 minutes maybe.
Okay.
And
so
then I usually come on here in practice bots and I just like do the medium thing. I usually play on medium.
If your aim doesn't feel like consistent, or you feel like one day it's good and the next it's not, I wouldn't attribute that entirely to your sensitivity, even if at all, because a lot of what that might have to do with is your lack of warming up. Like I get you don't have time, that's completely fine. But maybe don't blame it always on your sense.
Yeah.
Like if you can warm up like 15 minutes is really good. Wait, what's your current rank? Silver?
Silver 2, yeah.
Okay. I mean, from watching you right now, it seems like you could easily be like toward gold.
I mean, I've been playing. I downloaded the game since beta, but I've started playing like seriously since like Christmas maybe.
Yeah.
But I was a COD player before.
But yeah, I think like trying to keep a sense and like not changing it. You can change it like 0.1, 0.01 up or down. So like from 0.3, whichever sense you finally decide on, going up or down from that by 0.01 is fine, but don't change from like a high to a low is my suggestion. And also warm up on that sense range for like 10 to 15 minutes before you play each time. This seems good to me. Like, I don't know, watching you track is like not bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you do hard bots or no?
I can try, but I usually do the medium ones.
Okay. You don't have to then. You could do also eliminate 50.
Yeah. Like I'm both under flicking and under flicking, you see?
So yeah, you have the urge as soon as you do that to want to change your sense. So I feel like if you keep warming up, you're gonna adapt to that under and over flicking.
Yeah. Because like I said, it's just that I'm gonna try to like compensate.
Yeah.
like if one shot I overflick,
Then you want
the
to
next
underflick.
one, the next one I'm probably gonna underflick.
You're looking good here, for the most part. A couple under overflicks is okay, for now.
Yeah, I mean, I think like this is an underflick. That's an overflick. You see how like once I miss one, I just
Yeah. So we can work on that without changing our sense, right? Like
yeah.
if you overflick, just try. So you know you're gonna try to underflick, right? If you overflick.
Uh-huh.
So instead of knowing that, just try to try to focus on your next shot. Try not to underflick if you just overflicked.
Yeah.
Because you know that's coming. If you just underflick, try not to overflick.
Okay.
So like putting your focus or energy into aiming like that can be useful, because I've been there before as well.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I think, yeah, I think changing your sense, like I said, it's not always the best thing. You can change it, like tweak it slightly, but really practicing aim training is going to be really really valuable and going to be your best friend here. Do you have any
Yeah.
other questions related to this? What do you want to do for this whole hour? You just want to chill here, or do you have other things you want to talk about?
I don't mind really. I think like what's the best way to like know I'm on the right sense? Like I think in your videos you said like flicking and tracking and then like spraying.
You can mainly it's the tracking and like flicking, but do you like this skin set, by the way?
Not really. I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I wish I had a sound. But yeah,
I wish you
tracking.
had what?
Hmm?
You wish you had what?
I wish the gun had like a sound.
Oh yeah. I just want the Oni Phantom. I don't have it yet.
Yeah.
So this is like the closest thing I got to an Oni Phantom.
It's not that bad. The visuals are kind of nice. But yeah, flicking and tracking are the best things you can do. Also, on AimLab,
Mhm.
like grid shot is really nice for adapting to like whatever sense you choose. I think by the time we're done with the session, you should have a sense ready, like ready to stick to, right?
Yep. That's the goal.
That is like the main objective here.
Mhm.
And so other ways, again, you can deathmatch. Like deathmatching is really good,
Yeah.
because not only does it help your like, because in the range and in aim lab we're improving our mechanical ability, but it's also going to improve our game sense on the sensitivity, because you know that does matter a little bit too. So
And I think opping is easier on a higher sense, for me at least.
there's a scope sense.
I think it's 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think your sense changes this. It's just the scope sense that does.
What do you mean?
So like whenever you scope, the only thing that matters is that 1.
I mean, if I'm on like 0.28, it's gonna be slower, no?
No.
Really?
Like go to 0.01 and see. Go super low on the other one. 0.01, yeah. No, on the other one. 0.28. Change the 0.28 to like, yeah, something super low.
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay. So it's like a multiplier, okay.
yeah, it's a multiplier. So basically, that means that if I use this, my
It's-
scope sense is this.
Yeah. Okay. It's the same, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's what. If I don't play aim lab, usually what I'll do is I do eliminate 50, and then I'll do like one like track thing. Like I'm probably just gonna like track a bot for like a while, and then I'm having trouble with
Counter-strafing?
counter-strafing as well a bit, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, counter strafing isn't too bad. Let's go out to the outside and try it. That's something we could practice.
What do you mean the outside?
Yeah, like out there on the bots.
Here?
Sorry, the flying bots, like on the dock.
Oh,
Yeah, so you're just gonna shoot, like one bullet, counter strafe, and then counter strafe again. Yeah.
to another one?
Yeah. It doesn't matter, just as long as you shoot one each time. So it's gonna be like AD. You're moving a little bit too much. So like yeah. It's kind of hard to explain actually. So like,
Yeah.
you want to shoot as soon as you stop each time. Every time you stop.
But how long do I stop? You think?
It's okay to stop for, like, just like a slight amount. Like if you imagine like trying to shoot someone that's moving just a little bit. Yeah, this is good. You wanna move a little bit like more though. Stopping for that amount of time is okay though. Yeah, this is good. Good. Now you're doing it a little bit better.
Okay.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
It's not that bad. I thought it would be like that you.
I think you're overcomplicating it. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you would like
move more.
need to like never basically stop because like there's like a 0.1 second where you can like shoot when
yeah, wait, go back to back a little bit and then put on the bot's strafe right here and then just watch how they strafe and look how hard it is to shoot them even though they're not always. See how they're still sometimes moving and sometimes they stand still.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to predict when they're gonna move and when they're gonna stop. So that's how you can try to.
Can I even practice on this?
Can you practice on it?
Like in I guess I can like track like this.
Yeah, I don't. This is really hard. You can try to shoot them, but this is very hard. This isn't something I would normally do. This is good to visualize how people strafe though.
Yeah.
They also move faster than normal people, I think. So, I'm not sure though. It kind of looks like they're. So, do you like Phantom, Vandal?
I usually Vandal.
Okay. What other do you think what other questions do you have for me? Because I feel like there's other things you could probably improve on too, right? Outside of just sensitivity. And,
oh, of course.
Yeah.
Just that.
I could show you some maps because now we probably don't have time to do like a full game.
What do you mean some maps?
Like I can, if you have questions about like what are good spots, how do I play on certain maps as a certain agent, or like what are good spots, like anything really.
Mm-hmm.
Good angles. Where do I op? Knife updrafts. I don't know. Or we could just keep talking here.
I think I'm struggling a lot on Breeze. Like Breeze is like my nemesis.
Yeah, it's kind of a shit map to be honest. But yeah. Okay. So do you just want me to show you like attack, defense, or something specific?
I mean, yeah, sure. Okay. I think because I usually play 5 mins, and I don't think like
you 5 stack.
Yeah.
Okay. Usually. That's interesting.
Like I'm right now. I'm kind of like I'm just playing to like one tap people and have fun. It's not really like I'm not really in like the
you're not like super hard grind improvement mode.
Yeah, like I just want to like find my sense and just go from there.
Yeah, and, I think you're again, like I've said this a bunch, overemphasizing sensitivity just a little bit. Well, actually more than just a little bit. Like how long have you been looking for your sense, do you feel?
Since I've started playing this game.
Yeah.
Even on like Fortnite and like CS:GO, it's always the same.
It's not as big of a deal as you think. Also, I could probably open up Breeze because it might be hard for me to explain from you playing. Sure. So I'll screen share. You can stop and. But yeah, so that's really what I want to emphasize to you is, yes, sense is it's important, but it's not as important as you're making it out to be. And if you've been looking for it for that long, the perfect sensitivity doesn't technically exist. Like, you can get a really nice sensitivity, but really what matters is practicing and getting comfortable with the sense, allowing yourself a chance to get comfortable with it. So you just mainly
technically, like if I prefer 0.375, for example.
Yeah, you can stay on it.
I could just spam this sense for like a month.
Yeah,
and it would become basically my perfect sense.
Yeah, I mean, yes, pretty much. That's pretty much what I'm telling you. How much have you been changing your sense? Like, how frequently and for how long?
Before, not that much. Once I found like the 0.28, and like I could like tap people with it all the time. I was sticking to that, but like I said, I got an Ayate O2, like
smaller mouse pad.
3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And like I said, I don't want to go back to my old mousepad. Like I want to keep this, but I just want to like find the sense that works with my new peripherals, you know?
Yeah. So, so yes, what I am telling you is, so you didn't really answer my question. How frequently do you change your sense?
Oh, right now, like every day.
Okay, yes. So this is a problem. Like this, like I tell people, like obviously you can tweak your sense, but like changing it is not. It's hurting you more than it's helping you. So yes,
Yeah,
if you actually genuinely keep the what's it called, like the strictness to not change it for like multiple weeks or a month, you're gonna notice a lot of improvements in your aim. And I know it's like really tempting to change it because that's what you've always done and you feel like it might actually help you, but I can promise you it's hurting you right now more than it's helping you. So that is the big takeaway, because that's what you started DMing me with, is your sense. So that's a big takeaway for you. But we can also get some bonus stuff here if you want on Breeze.
Sure.
So, do you have any, like, you want me to just show you how I'd play different spots here, or do you have specific questions? We can start on A site.
I mean, on Jett, where would you usually like, on defense? Where would you usually be? Like mid? I usually go mid doors.
So, mid doors is good. Are you talking about like just on the whole map on defense or toward A? Okay.
No, on the whole map. Like,
So
you go B.
I almost always start A because people, I mean, I don't know how silver differs, but usually people love to come A. I feel like lower ranks are more likely to just go to like either site, but in higher ranks, like the person I just coached on this map, they went A like 6 or 7 rounds in a row, and it's also quite common in higher ranks. So
Yeah, because I think the B site is like really hard to push.
so this spot right here is really good. I play this. I don't usually play it on pistol round, but if you have a gun, playing right here is really good because you can just go for a kill with your new god tier sensor you're gonna have, and you get the kill, dash out. You see this blocks my vision from you dying.
Yeah. Okay.
We can also fight mid, so you can either just hold right here like this, or we can just like slowly walk up and just kind of like clear this. If there's no one here, we can either push or we can come back to A and see if they're gonna come A, because usually from here you can hear if they're setting up right here and running. So other like, so they changed the map, right? Like they add this wall right here. This corner is now impossible for them to see from here. Before they could see your gun, I think. But so now if there's a dog or a drone, you can have one of your members in your 5-stack shoot it. And you could just chill right here. You have to be careful of mid a little bit, but people won't really clear this, to be honest, like ever, until you play this spot. So this is another freebie. You can get like 3 or 4 kills here if you have some trigger discipline.
Okay, I think I've also got killed a few times in the corner on A side. I think is it new?
Like where? Over here?
Like right there, yeah.
It's not new, but they did change how, there's like a box here before. So they changed how this is laid out. But yeah, the people will still check this because there was a corner like this before. I wouldn't suggest this spot too much. You could play it like once maybe and see if you can get away with it. Another play I like to do is come right here. Do you play Jett like one trick or?
I play Jett, Reyna. I play pretty much anything, but mostly I prefer playing Duelist.
Okay, so if you're playing Jett on this map, Jett's really good on this map, by the way. Because the long ranges and knives and smoke dash, all that stuff. So if they're coming here and you hear them running in, like from here and here, you can just smoke this. And then they're going to probably run into the smoke because they're not very smart. You can also just walk in like this if there's no one like back here. And you can just fight people and then you can get out. Like, it might seem kind of risky, but if you have confidence, you have good aim, then I feel like you do have confidence, probably just because you're a duelist player, but yeah, so if they can...
Yeah, I mean, usually, like, when I was on, like, the sense I was more used to, I would just, like, disrespect people and it would work every time.
Yeah.
Because, like, I had the better aim, I guess.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want you to get a sense that you're used to. That is the perfect sensitivity. The perfect sensitivity isn't something you're going to find by changing your sense. I think that's a really good way of putting it, actually. So so you want to play pretty aggressive, so this spot's good. This spot's good. This spot's good. So this Viper, do you usually play against a Viper on this map in silver?
Yeah.
So the wall's like, what, like right here, something like that?
When I attack or?
When you defend, like right here. Like their Viper wall. When they're coming in.
Yeah, or they'll come from mid.
Okay. So if this is
like,
walled, my point is you can peek through the wall and kill one and get out like that shot. So yeah, again, the mid push is fine. Also, so if you want to play more passive here, they added this crate right here. This is
called yellow.
I'm guessing people will call it yellow, but you can hold like this. Probably with the Vandal. Also, as Jett, you can get up here. So if you ever op or use knives, this is completely good, especially if you op.
I think sometimes like we're in silver, right, and we're just like chilling in rank with friends. So sometimes we'll just like speak and just like not concentrate before the round. So at some point I'll just be like, the round will start and I'll be like hull or something.
So you're saying you kind of go places without really thinking about like what you're.
Yeah, I mean like maybe on like the first round, yeah, I'll just like be moving around and like swinging my sword and stuff.
So that's called like autopiloting.
Yeah, I was a league player before, and that was one of my big problems as well.
So if you do really want to improve, you're gonna have to stop that. But if you're okay with, you know, just kind of chilling or whatever, then I mean it's fine.
No, I mean I think at some point I'll want to like actually improve. But I think that's when I'll hit like a plateau, I guess. Because right now I feel like I can just like keep playing and just keep like winning.
Improving, yeah. Especially if you stop changing sense. But basically, I actually just like people always have this problem autopiloting, without like thinking, like going places without thinking what your plan is. Basically, all you need to do, you don't have to think that in depth. You just have to think, okay, where did the enemies go last round, and where are they gonna go this round? So like, and then you basically just pick where you want to peek based off of that. Because all you have to do as a duelist is just take fights like this. So like if
I
like a
really
plan can
hate
simply just be to push down here. You hate this? You hate pushing this?
I really hate hull. I don't know. Like have you played the game Outlast before?
Played it what?
The game Outlast, like the horror game. You know what that is?
No, I've seen someone play all the way through though.
Yeah, like there's like at some point there's this like tunnel, and I call it Outlast because I just keep dying in here.
Yeah.
So
so the reason this is good though is because like you can just walk down here, and in silver people neglect about, like they don't really think about this all the time. Like people, they're sometimes gonna come here, and sometimes they'll come here every round, but probably most of the time they won't be here. So you can just walk up here, expect them to be here, but if they're not, and they're coming A or something, you get a really dirty flank off. You can get like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I agree.
So this is like, so say you just killed them all at B, they got destroyed. Instead of autopiloting going like B again, you think, okay, let's come here and fast flank A, right? And if you kill one right here, you're just gonna come back and help defend A here.
Because usually, with my friends, we'll just like have one how do you say this? Like one location on the map where everyone will just always go. So like if I
so you don't like swapping around much? I
mean I could, yeah.
Yeah, like you should.
Like if round 1 people like 2 people go A, 2 people go B, I'll just go mid, and I'll just go mid all game.
Yeah, that's something you want to change for sure.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to leave mid, like people don't have to swap you is what I'm saying. Like you could just stack 2, like you stack 3 and 2 or 2 and 3. Because like if you go mid and you get 2 kills one round and then you keep going there, like if you obliterate them like 2 rounds in a row, they're gonna stop coming there. It's just basic psychology. Like people don't want to keep getting shit on, so stop going there because you're wasting your time here. It's like I kill like 1, 2, and then I keep coming here. It's So instead, you just gotta think where they're gonna go. Like so for example, after that I'll probably either go A, because I mean I always default to A because like A is just a really good bet. But we're over here on B now. So do you have?
Depends also on your team comp. Like if you have like a Killjoy or a Cypher, I'll usually just leave them on B.
Yeah.
And I'll just go mid or whatever.
Unless you think there's like a really high chance they're gonna come B, then it's also okay to play B, like two people B. Especially after the rework, because B is actually a little bit harder to defend. Because this.
I think here. on offense, I mean on B, where do you go usually? Like on the side here? On the,
I was gonna ask. Yeah.
Sharing.
So again, this high ground is really valuable. Take advantage of. So we sit here. We can either hold like right here, We get a free kill basically because people in your rank are never looking here. I promise.
Yeah, they're not gonna look up. Yeah, I know.
And then also you can just wait right here, but I would just look right here. Again, you just dash back, you're safe. And then from here you can really do whatever you want. You can kind of re-peek, throw a smoke, kind of like cross out, cross over to this side, see what you can do, see if they're coming out. If not, then they're probably not gonna expect you right here because they're up, up here.
If they push B, I'll often push elbow.
Okay, that's a little bit like passive. Like actually, it's okay to do that, but if you think they're coming hard B, I would suggest trying to help defend site. Because like yeah, if someone's coming elbow, then you're gonna get the kill on them. But what if the L5 go here? You're gonna be kind of late. It's actually good to do that. I'm not gonna pick at you for that. But other spots you can play here is close right here at the start of the round. You have to be careful of like dog and drone.
And then you like once you get a pick, you smoke and you dash in. You dash in your smoke or what? Like you smoke.
So you get a kill. If there's two, we can just keep fighting. If not, we can smoke. I'm not gonna dash in because they know where I'm at.
I would like dash out towards tunnel maybe.
I wouldn't dash honestly because these people are gonna be scared of you. So you just like after you get a kill, you smoke. Make sure it's a good smoke. You can just run back here. You don't really need to dash because that's just kind of a waste of a dash. You do want to reposition though. So dashing is, it's repositioning, but you just don't use the dash. So it's a good thought, but you can just run because the smoke lasts long enough for you to be able to run.
Yeah.
You can just run back here. Now there's this box for you to work with. And then you can, if you hold this and there's like two, you can just dash out because you don't want to be outnumbered when you take fights.
Yeah. Okay. I think in offense, I usually go mid. I don't like always go mid, but I think like mid is like I like going mid on this map.
Yeah, I do too.
I feel like people are.
You said offense?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to talk about here first, real quick? So do you ever defend? Do you ever defend here? Also, one more thing for B, just for fun. This spot up here, you can updraft as well. So if you ever op, you can op like this. You can also hold window from right here, but yeah, just another little added bonus.
Is it better to go on the wooden box behind you right now? This box?
I would say no, but because see the angle that I'm looking at here?
Yeah.
Versus the angle over here?
Yeah, the angle here you can see elbow.
See them? I can see them sooner.
You can see elbow and you can even see window if you want.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
So how would you play mid?
In defense, I would just stay nest maybe. Would you go down?
Yeah, this is passive. This is passive unless you're holding with an op or you know they're gonna push mid because they've done it for like 3 rounds in a row. So I try to stay away from nest unless I have a good reason to go there. Otherwise, I come here. I come here.
Just drop down.
No, I just start right here. This tunnel. There's a barrier here. You don't start here ever?
Rarely.
Okay, so yeah, I would start here. This is gonna help you a lot because like if you want to push elbow, and then you drop from there, you're gonna make noise. So you can either fight mid from here, like you can just kind of wait right here, and then also you can look elbow, see if there's anyone here, and if there's not, there's probably gonna be a lot of scenarios where they're not going B from here, so you can just kind of push up mid. You could even run if you want to, if they're about to come out A. So this is a really quick rotation to A if you want to try to fight mid. You can also just flank through the spawn, but it's gonna take a little bit of time. So, but yeah, I would start here, and you can work with elbow or just fight mid. You can also cross to the left here, but you'd have to be careful of elbow. So, yeah.
All right.
So yeah, okay. So attacking on mid.
Yeah, I usually go mid.
Yeah, I love going here. So how do you do this?
I mean, my team, for example, if they go A, because sometimes my team will go A, right?
Yeah,
like split. 4 of them or like 3 of them, and I'll just go mid and try to get like a pick from doors.
Yeah, this is the best thing you can do especially if your team's going A. It's always good. You can ask one of your guys to come with you. So like split 2 mid, 3 A, or you can just have 4 go A and you just come mid because if your team makes enough noise A, they're gonna expect everyone to be there in silver. So you can just fight here. People will probably sometimes peek it, but not always. So then you want to make sure you clear like all of this, and then up here, and then here. Careful of the elbow push. And then here, at this point, my team is probably making enough noise to where like these people are not looking at mid because we're in silver, right? So we already know that we're better. So we're just walking up, looking over here. It could be upstairs. So at this point, you should probably be able to. You're probably gonna catch someone like up here. You're probably gonna see them like right when you're like right here, back sight probably. It could be back a little bit deeper, but you should be able to get like 2 free kills from this alone.
What about pushing hull? Like pretty much same scenario except we push hull.
So this is also very good.
Because I feel like if you get the control of all, the round's basically over. Because like.
Yeah. No, so because people don't watch this a lot, right? Like you should know that, hopefully.
Yeah.
And that's why it's good to push on defense as well, because people aren't gonna do what I'm about to show you right here on attack. So basically, again, you have 4 people go A, try to make noise. They're gonna kind of just forget about you here. I usually peek on the left just to see if there's anyone here, and if there's not, I'll just kind of wait for them. And at this point, if I get like halfway down, I'm probably not expecting anyone to be here waiting for me. I wouldn't open the door. I would just keep going. You can clear the corners if you want. You can sometimes catch people rotating through spawn here, and maybe over here. But if not, you might catch them right here. And if not, you can just get here. And now we're gonna probably see someone here, more than likely.
Yeah, I feel like once you get to like bridge, if you play it well, the round's basically over.
Yeah, it should be. So this is why we want to take advantage of this for sure, because this is the same thing. Like we're taking advantage of spots on the map that the enemies don't. Like they're not thinking about. They're not holding it. They're not like defending it. And once you do this play, obviously they're gonna start being a little more aware, and they're gonna start realizing what's happening. But people just simply don't understand what's happening whenever you're coming up here and flanking them, because they're just not that good. And so you just have to take advantage of that. And as well, if you're coming through here, this is something that you can get away with easily.
Can you do the same thing with tunnel? Like if my team pushes B, can I go tunnel, or is that like
from elbow or mid or both?
Both, yeah.
Okay, so this is another thing I do mid sometimes. I'll just come here see if there's someone gonna peek. If
and then
not,
you're gonna jump on top of elbow, or
no, I'm just gonna look like this. I'm gonna see if there's someone here. I'm just waiting for a pick, right? I'm waiting for them to peek me because I know I have better aim. You have your God Sense very soon, and we're just waiting, looking here, looking here. If there's no one, I'm checking here again. One more check. See how deep I can see over there?
Yeah.
This is like really long angle. So if you see someone, that's free kill. If not, you're just walking up. I would clear elbow a little bit, just in case. And then from here, you see our options now, right? We can go to B or we can go up here.
Yeah, CT's good as well because you catch
this you can just catch someone like standing over here, or again you can just flank here again. So if you're gonna go up here, if we're gonna go in here, I would suggest starting elbow. So I'll go ahead and show that because it's a bit of a long. This is a bit of a longer route than coming elbow, so you might as well just come elbow if your team's gonna go B. So again, you don't always have to play like this. Sometimes you should be dashing in for your team, right? Because that's your job. Yeah. But you can do this like occasionally or like half of the rounds or something like that, especially if it's working. Just make sure you're not doing the same thing too frequently. Like, don't go up halls every single round because that's going to be obvious for them eventually. So first, whenever we start here, we clear right here. Our team's going B. They're making noise. I'm walking up. Someone might peek here. If they do, you win the fight. Checking here. Could be top mid, so I'm kind of like this. Could be up here. Could be here. Well, by the time I get right here, I'm gonna get ready to turn back because mid doors is about to open up from this wall.
Yeah.
So I'm checking here, back up here, turning toward B now. Might turn around one more time to make sure no one's flanking me or seeing me. And now at this point, again, it's basically like getting behind them over here, and we're just gonna catch like Viper or whoever's playing here, and our team. We can open up sight for our team to come in, but your team needs to be making noise. Here, they don't need to be running out. They just need to be like shooting, throwing util, smokes. Like they need to make noise so that the enemy's attention is not focused on like watching mid and onto you.
Yeah. And like you never updraft on top of elbow because I feel like going mid is good as well because you can clear door first.
Yeah. So you up here?
Like you start. Yeah, like you start from mid, then you clear door, and then you can watch nest a bit, and then you can
this is fine. The reason I don't do this is because it's just loud and it gives away my position. And I like being sneaky here. I like walking up and not making noise. But this is it's a fine play to do if you want to do it.
Okay.
I just personally don't do it. And you can also see a bit deeper over here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is fine. There's not. I see people do this a lot. Also, you can jump up here.
Yep.
I didn't know this for some reason until recently. So, yeah, and I guess you can also cross over to here.
I unbinded crouch.
That's a good. I just bound mine back because I don't use it anymore. I only use it in like.
I kind of just like, it's kind of like on and off. Like once I'm using crouch too much when I shoot, I just unbind it for like a week and then I put it back.
Yeah, that's good, honestly.
'Cause I feel like most times it just kills me.
Yeah, it probably does. It's a problem. It was a problem for me a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much Breeze. Do you have any other questions about it?
No, I don't think so. Do you ever what's it called? Shoot? Mid shoot? When you push hold?
No, pretty much never. You
So
can
like
do a cool, huh?
Like drop a gun or something?
Yeah, you can do that. I never drop though, unless I might drop if we're calling to rotate B, and I know that there's a low chance of someone just sitting there waiting. But if someone's waiting, I'm probably just dead. At least in the higher rank.
Yeah.
So because I mean, if you haven't made noise halls, there's less of a chance for you to be seen here. But for example, if you're up in halls and someone's seen you and you're fighting them, like here, I'm probably not gonna drop, but I might throw a gun to try to make them peek again. Try to fake and make them peek. But yeah, so I think that's a pretty good coverage of this map. But
yeah, I think that's I need to work on crosshair placement as well.
Yeah,
But
that'll just come with
something
experience.
Yeah, I think so.
You wanna do one more map?
Sure.
Or we can talk about something else.
Probably my. On fracture, I usually go tower.
Should we do attack or defense first? This doesn't really matter.
What other map is there?
Bind, icebox.
Yeah,
even.
I think fracture and breathe are like my two.
So you're gonna show you this one?
Sure.
Okay.
Go attack.
We'll go attack. Yeah. So this map is newer. It's also one of the weirdest maps in the game.
Yeah.
So should I go different agent or should I stay Jett?
I mean, I think like, I also play Reyna, but I think Reyna's just like basic, you know.
Yeah.
So
as long
I
as you're
think-
throwing, do you throw flashes frequently?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go Jett.
Yeah, I think Jett. I like Neon as well, but I think she's like super troll to pick.
Yeah, she's not that good to be honest. She can work. Like you could definitely make her work into like plat, or you can even make it work in immortal, but it just requires a completely weird playstyle. Literally just running in and sliding.
I feel like she doesn't have a kit.
No, her kit's unusual. Especially with the bounce and stuff. The stun. Okay.
My ult's ready. I got spike.
Okay, so let's start here. So first thing I always tell people on this map is that the attackers spawn here, right here. So yes, there are ropes that go to either side of the map, but whenever in lower ranks, people are gonna automatically go toward here and here. So on defense, these are the areas you should prioritize defending most: A main and B main.
Okay.
So if we're attacking, yes, you can peek right here, but is that what you do, by the way? Is this how you peek like this or no?
When I attack?
Yeah, right here.
No, not really. I think I go under.
Okay, so whenever I go like over here the majority of the time. I'll just run it, jump up here, just to avoid any attack, and then I'll kind of peek like this slowly. Check over here. You said you go under, like under here?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, don't do that, unless you're on defense.
You
It's just
never
kind
go
of
under?
not on attack, because if you're gonna go under, you might as well just take the rope to start over here, if that makes sense. Like you're kind of just wasting time if you go under.
Yeah, okay.
Because you can literally pick whatever side you want to start on with the rope.
Yeah.
So if you're walking, I mean, if you want to like make a sneaky play with the teammate, I guess. But otherwise, I'm just focused on getting towards sight here.
I mean, usually with my friends, we like split. We go like 2 arcade.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
B-main.
Yeah, that's
like
good.
3 B-main.
Yeah, that's perfect. So I'll show you here, then we can go arcade. Here, we're kind of just looking here. You're probably gonna dash look like here, make sure they're not tower. So from here you might want to jiggle, see if they're here. So now you can yeah.
Do you ever like for example, if you want to like peek tower, but you know your body's gonna like
Come out over here and be exposed.
do you ever like smoke to your right, like at your feet?
You can. I don't usually want to do that. So one, you don't really need to peek all the way out to see tower. You can kind of just do it like this. But I know what you're saying. So like sometimes you need to peek. Here, actually there's a better example over here. So like basically what you're asking. Sometimes there's scenarios where you're gonna be exposed to multiple angles. It's like what do you do? So here let's just walk up. So basically whenever you come out here, there's a lot of angles. So when you walk out, you're not really sure what to clear. So like, should I look here? Should I keep looking here, or should I check this corner? Basically, it simply just doesn't matter what corner you decide to clear, as long as you put all of your energy and effort into clearing the one angle that you want to clear. So in this scenario, yes, you can just smoke dash. It's easier on Jett because you can just smoke dash and you have to worry about stuff. And then if someone's in a corner, they'll probably be shooting at you. You can also clear as you dash, and if you see someone, you can shoot them. But basically, don't worry about, like, also you should hopefully have like a Viper Wall or smokes or something. But so like if you're worried about holding here and clearing right here, basically you just want to pick one. Like, so just pick here, and if you realize there's no one there, instantly look wherever else you think they might be, or like over here, here.
Okay.
Try to expose yourself to as few angles as possible, but because in some scenarios it's not possible, like going into B site on Haven or going up mid on Ascent. There's just simply two angles that you have to clear. You just have to clear one and then check the other. So this scenario, all we have to do is just hold here, and then we can smoke dash. Do you usually smoke dash, or no?
Yeah. Like you dash into your smoke, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
So you can do this. I don't always have to do it. Clear sight here. So now we have sight control. We just need to be careful of here. So another thing you can do is if you have a smoke or something, or like a Viper Wall, you can just smoke, and then you don't have to dash. You can just kind of walk up, clear the corner, and if we can get here without making noise to get right here, this is of course quite an aggressive play. But if you can get to this spot, this is something I taught in another session. It's called we call it the power spots. So this is actually symmetric. See, here and here.
Yeah.
So this spot you want to get to if you're pushing B, and this spot you want to get to if you're pushing A.
Okay.
And I'll show you how you do that on A. But if you get here, you basically just wait. And you see what I'm holding? I have all of their spawn. And where do people usually come whenever they want to retake a site? They come through the spawn. So this basically, if you have some good trigger discipline, you have patience, you can get like two people here, 2-3 people. Then you have smoke. Hopefully you have dash to work with. You can just get out. And yeah, you don't have to go for that play. Other good spots you can sit whenever you're pushing on attack. You can sit right here. This is quite strong because, again, where are they going to come from? Either canteen or they're going to come out from their spawn right here. And you just wait. You don't want to over peek. Another place you can go is obviously have your gun out when you're doing this. You can get to this corner right here. Just chill right here. People in silver probably won't clear this. They probably won't clear this either. And they probably won't clear this. So really good spots to play.
Alright.
Otherwise, you can play tower. Tower's always really strong. This is a corner that people don't clear, so you can just kind of chill right here if you're like the last alive, and you got the spike to defend right here. But
yeah, you plant down and you just wait in the corner on the tower.
Yeah, you can also hold right here. A cool thing to do is once the spike goes down and you wait a few seconds, you can come under like this and just start to flank them from nest like this. So because like by this point they'll already be on site if you time it correctly, and then they're gonna expect you to be tower. They're gonna like tap it, and you just get a free kill on them. So yeah. So now you can go ahead and go arcade. Any questions about that?
Nope.
Okay. So yeah. So on attack over here, basically we're gonna want to clear this angle right here. So this is the first angle that they can be at right here. Next, we want to clear to the left of this box. Next, we clear up top. And then clear to the right of the box. And if you don't see anyone, there's a good chance there could be someone up here. But they can also be behind the box. In silver, they probably won't do that. Yeah. So, like, on defense, you can go like this as soon as the round starts. And they can just be hidden here. So, be aware of that. In silver, you're probably not going to see it very often at all, but it might pop up. So next, we're going to clear here, here. It's pretty common to see someone like that right there. But you also have to be careful of towers still. And from here, we can either run up this way,
Here.
like this, or we can go tower. Tower is always a pretty good option, because if your teammates are coming from B main, you can just make sure that you have sight down, and now you're just safe again in the same spot. So, yeah. So any questions about that before we go to defense? So yeah, if we're coming this way, we can just come to this spot again, or this spot. And yeah. So, yeah.
Alright. No,
So-
I think that's it.
Okay, so on defense, we can peeking from here is always good. To be honest, you probably want to have a vandal. You don't want to swing like this because you're just gonna run. You're gonna make yourself see like 4 people. So you're just gonna hold like this, and now you're just chilling. That's obviously pretty aggressive. You want to do that if you're playing. I think Ren is a little bit better on this map personally, but you just kill one here, dismiss, or in this case, probably gonna want to try to dash. Maybe throw a smoke. Do you curve your smokes by the way, like this?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, good. That's good to hear. So that's obviously the most aggressive thing we can do, and that's what we want to do whenever we're defending is peek B main or peek A main.
Here.
Just because these are the most common areas they push, which is what I said earlier. So a cool thing that you can do, I've seen Jets do this before. You can double updraft here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think so basically you come over. I don't know if this is super great to do, but I think I could see it getting some kills. So you glide over to here. I think you might have to have crouch bound though.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I got it. Without crouch.
Okay, yeah. So, and then you can just come over here, and then you have both your updrafts. So other spots you can go. This spot's really good. This is like again, that's the most aggressive you can go up there. This is pretty good. You're holding sight down. You just have to be careful of an arcade push. So have your teammates watch that. This can be spammed, but in silver I wouldn't worry about it too much. Basically, my goal. You can also peek from the left side here. My goal is to just wait for them to come up a little bit,
Here.
like right here. And then I'm gonna swing on them, try to spray down some, maybe throw a smoke, maybe dash, do something, reposition, and they're kind of just like screwed from there. So arcade, we can peek like this, and then again, if there's no one, we can cross this box. We can also start up here, and we can wait for them, just like we did over here on this side. And if they're coming up like this, we could just listen for the footsteps and then shoot them in the side of the head.
But you never like hold that angle from the top, right?
Honestly, I don't, just because it doesn't feel like a very favorable angle to hold.
Yeah.
Because you see they can
Here.
peek from
Here.
all these places. So it's kind of weird to know where to place your crosshair. So like if they swing you really close and you're looking back here, it's probably going to be, because they know exactly where to look, right? They're going to be looking right here always.
Yeah.
That's why I would either wait, or honestly I would just, my standard play is to come down the rope like this, and just kind of chill, and maybe cross to the left here, and wait like this. Maybe smoke, something like that, basically.
Okay.
You can also sit on this little cubby in sight. Not in the corner like this, but kind of out like this, just waiting. Waiting for them to come up the stairs to plant the spike.
Alright.
So yeah, any questions about B? That was about it. That's about all the stuff I usually do.
No, I think that's good.
You can have someone like flash main for you if you want to go for this wide peak. Or for the updraft with knives, like a breach on this map's really good.
Yeah.
Killjoy also really good. So yeah, so next, again, like I said, peeking A main, holding A main, and B main are the best things you can do. So this is a really aggressive play, but just like this right here, or even crossing all the way, is okay. Because even if you get flashed, you can just dash, but you don't have to cross all the way. You can just hold like this and wait for them. So yeah, this is what I would do for kills. Also, you can cross over here to the left if there's no one here, and you can even fast flank. So fast flanking on this map is really good. So because you see this map's like a circle, so you can fast flank all the way. Because if they're not here, they're probably going B. So you just flank them B really quick, and you're behind like 2 or 3 again.
All right. How do you go to the power spot from A?
Oh, okay. So on attack, so this is easier as Reyna, but basically, excuse me. First thing you want to clear is this angle right here, and make sure they haven't crossed out, just like I just showed you. And from here, if you're Reyna, you just basically flash out like right here, and after the flash pops, you just run out with it. So if you're on Jett, you can just run out, or you can throw a smoke and then come out. You can also do it without making noise, just so they don't know if you're actually out, because the smoke is what opened the door, right? So they don't really hear your footsteps. But with right now, just run out. So from here, you can see if there's anyone like lower. Obviously, you'll see them immediately. And depending on how good your smoke is, there might be a gap in it, so be careful of that. I usually try to walk close to this wall here. And from here, you can either walk up clear sight, or you can just instantly take the rope. Make sure you clear the left here, and then instantly look over here. And now we're where we want to be, right? Toward the power spot.
Yeah.
So same thing here. I play up kind of close, just waiting for them to rotate. I don't peek like this because this is just a bit aggressive. And I'm just waiting here. You can also, if they're already like, if you already hear them running like right here, by the time you're here, you can just come over like this and just kind of wait. Because you don't obviously want to keep going. Or you can, but yeah. So that's how you get here. It might seem really scary to come out of this door, but I promise it's gonna work really well. So it's gonna take a little bit of trial and error to figure out what works.
Yeah.
So again, you can also come all the way over here. When you come out the door, check towards sight, come over here, and then just sit right here. This is another power spot. This is kind of the equivalent of sitting right here on the other side, if that makes sense. So again, we don't want to peek right here because this is just unnecessary. We're just playing the spike objective. After you have sight, you're just waiting here. People in silver will most likely not clear like this, so you should be good if you sit here. So does that all make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so defending. Back to defending. If we already showed you that angle, so if you come here, you can sit in this corner. I know this probably feels like an obvious spot, but it really isn't. People will, a lot of the time, not even check it, especially in silver, but even in immortal, you'd be surprised. So I wouldn't suggest playing sight as Jett, but you can just play like here behind pillar if you are wanting to play on sight or top sight. But my other favorite place to go for it are coming right here. This shorty is also amazing. I love it.
The skin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But yeah, you can just come right here and sit close with a shorty if you're on an eco round. Also, if you hear them all running and they're not opening the door, you can just come peek, smoke, and then dash like over here. Because people, when they're pushing into A main, they aren't going to be running like this and looking at the door in silver anyway. So they're going to be looking like this, and if they're stomping, you can just easily come through the door, kill them, try to get as many as you can, and then dash away. Smoke before you dash, probably.
Alright.
So that's how I defend there. You can also play up here. This is not bad. You can hold like this and just hold the thing, but this is a little passive, so yeah. So that's usually how I'd play A, at least A main. And now we're gonna go over to dish. Dish, I would try to stay away from dish for a lot of rounds and just play here very occasionally. So just sometimes.
Okay.
So if we're coming dish, I usually come to this right side, and what we can do, we can either just peek here on defense, or we can
just wait.
Yeah, you can just wait as they're running over here. Have you seen that? Have you seen me explain this before?
No, but I know what you mean. You just kind of like.
Yeah, you're just kind of timing them because they're not gonna check this. They're not gonna expect you to be here unless they come from this way, obviously. So be careful. You can also sit in this corner. This is kind of a waste of time for the most part, though, because people rarely will come dish. And the reason I usually come dish is to fast flank. So like, if there's no one here, I'm usually just running, checking the corner, and then from here I'm just gonna keep running with my gun out, and then I'm flanking B. So yeah. So attacking here, I usually watch like this. Then we run out. We have to check to the left, see if there's anyone there. And I kind of just make sure that I'm not getting pushed from either side. And then look over here like this, and yeah. So from here, it's really hard to drop from this side, but you can look for kills around sight over here, and spawn.
Okay.
So we didn't talk about this yet, but once you clear this, you can push out from sight. We kind of talked about it, actually. Clear this corner, and you can just dash. You can clear the right, or you can just dash, clear all of sight. Be aware of all the places they can be. Yeah. Do you have any questions about coming out of A main?
No. I think the map just sucks, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like it's not that I like don't understand it. It's more like I feel like it's not that great of a map.
it's just weird. I used to really like it. I just kind of, it's kind of just all right. I don't like hate it or dislike it that much. It's kind of mediocre. So
Yeah.
it's
I
definitely like
think
a learning
Freeze
curve.
is
to it,
like
though.
way worse.
I agree, and Icebox I think is way worse, but
Yeah, Icebox is one.
Fracture's
is
right
another-
above those two, to be honest.
Huh?
Fracture's right above those two, right above Icebox and
Yeah.
Breeze. Okay, so that's. Do you have any other questions about this map? That's pretty much everything.
No.
Okay, so you got another like 5 minutes or so if you want. If you have any like questions related to anything else.
No, I think I was mostly here for
The sense.
finding the perfect sense.
So what did we learn about your sense?
I think that I can make every sense work as long as I stick to it.
Yes. So perfect sense, if it does exist, it doesn't come from magically stumbling across it from changing your sense. It comes from consistently playing and practicing on it, right? So
Yeah.
that's the big takeaway from here, I think, for you, because if you really do want to improve, which I think that's another thing you'll work on if you actually do or not, or just want to play for fun. But if you ever do, then keeping a solid, consistent sense is important. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll upload this, I think, a little bit of different coaching session. Usually people play a game, but I kind of like doing this as well. So yeah, hopefully,
think
I wish you the best of luck.
I think you can answer some people as well when with this video, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that's like struggling with this.
Yeah, you're definitely not. A lot of people comment asking, like the amount of comments I've got asking for my sensitivity is crazy.
Yeah, I think it's like a good take to. There's
Not
no
change your
the
sense.
perfect sense is what you get used to basically.
Yes, and I mean, perfect is kind of not really a thing that exists. So I mean, yes,
I
you can
think
get
there's,
something
like,
close to perfect, but you can always change it and make some
Yeah, I
slight
think
changes.
there's like a range maybe, like from 200 to 400 DPI,
Sure.
or from like
Yeah.
150 to 400 DPI. I think as
Yeah,
long
yeah.
as you're like, in that range, I think you don't have to worry too much, and you just have to like play that sense.
Yeah. So what are you gonna pick for now as your sense?
Either 345 or 375. I like probably
Between those?
345.
Okay. I mean, that's my sense right now. It's 3-4. So
Yeah.
I should
Do
probably
you
change this.
change your sense a lot or no?
Not a lot, but like sometimes I'll want to slightly tweak it to like 0.33 or 0.35, but like right now I really like the sense, so I have no reason to change it. But if I were to change it, I wouldn't just go like 0.4 or 0.2, you know? So yeah.
Yeah, I'll just try to like never change it, like actually never change it, because
Yes. Good.
like I think I can have bad days, and I don't think that's a reason.
You don't have to attribute it to sensitivity, yeah. And that's the same for anyone watching this. Because I know a lot of people keep changing their sense. Like, what's a good sense? Like, I mean, the reason that you can't aim is because you change your sense. It's like changing your keybinds every single day. It's because, oh, my keybinds are bad. I mean, obviously
I
not.
think there's also like small factors like the way you like position every day on your chair. Like I think like if I play at like 8 a.m. and I had like a good night of sleep, I'm probably gonna aim better than if I'm like basically sleeping in my chair, you know, like sitting on my back.
Yeah, posture and how you move your arm. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was looking for, posture. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that like trying to have the same posture every day is
That's good,
also,
yeah.
pretty good.
I've noticed that, and like how your like where your wrist is on your mouse pad, make sure that's consistent. Like if it's forward on your mouse pad, or if it's like just right back, if your wrist or arm aim or whatever.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Try to remain consistent with all the things you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I don't. I think that's it. I'm probably gonna, if I ever like try to actually like improve, I'm probably gonna do this again.
Another session, you mean?
Yeah, because it was
Okay,
fun.
for sure. Yeah. But best of luck to you. Let me know how it goes, the sensitivity, when you,
Yep.
as long as you don't change it.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for the good session.
All right.
All right, see you. You have a good day.
You too, man.
Bye bye. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'm pretty tired, so leave a comment if you made it to the end, and that would make my day. I will see you guys in the next one.